So next experiment is to study synchros. In that we are going to consider two cases: study of synchro transmitter, second study of synchros transmitter and receiver pair. We are knowing that synchros are electromagnetic transducers which converts angular displacement into electrical signal. The basic components of synchros are synchros transmitter and synchros control transformer. You can see on this kit synchro transmitter here and synchro receiver on this side, right? So what we have to do, we have to study these synchros. So let us see procedure. The system setup is consisting of synchros transmitter and synchros receiver. Position Tx and Rx. You can observe here for Tx and Rx. These are the positions. These are marked by graduated angular scale with pointer arrangement. You can see here the pointer arrangement with the gradual angular scale. AC input excitation supply for rotor of Tx, for the rotor of Tx and Rx. When I say Tx and Rx, that means what? The transmitter rotor side, synchros transmitter rotor side and synchros receiver rotor side. So these are provided. AC input excitation supply of rotor Tx Rx is provided internally and panel switches are provided to make it on and off. You can observe these panel switches here to make these supply on and off, right? This is main supply for power on and off. Let us move further. First we have to consider study of synchros transmitter. So what we do? We first switch on the power supply for the kit, right? Then as per procedure mentioned in your manual, what we are going to do, connect the main supply to the system. Do not connect any patch cords for these terminals S1, S2 and S3. Switch on main supply as already we have done here. Then starting from zero rotor position, you can observe here zero rotor position. Note down the voltage between the stator winding terminals of synchro transmitter. Can you observe here? We are going to note down the voltages across these stator winding terminals of synchros transmitter using multimeter. We call these stator winding terminal voltages as what? VS1, S2 across these two terminals. We call it as what? VS1, S2. Then between these two terminals we mention that voltage as what? VS2, S3. And across these two terminals the voltage will be VS3, S1. Right? So let us connect multimeter across these two terminals to note down the voltages. And then we are going to construct a table as you can observe here. This table, rotor position and stator terminal voltages RMS value. We are noting here the stator terminals VS3, S1, VS1, S2 and VS2, S3. Correct? The rotor positions will be having the regular steps, that is from starting from 0, 30, 60, 90 so on for a one complete rotation. Okay, we are going to measure voltages across these terminals of the synchros transmitter, that is across the stator winding of the synchros transmitter. So for measurement of voltages, either you can use multimeter, can you see here, you can use multimeter or the voltmeter which is already built on the kit. So I am going to use the voltmeter which is inbuilt here. So what I do, I will connect these two terminals by the connecting the wires. Okay. So what we have to do, first we are going to measure the voltage specified as what? VS1, S2. Now what we do, we rotate this pointer in steps of 30 and note down this voltage. Okay, so for 30, for that also, before rotating this you have to put on the rotor supply. Correct? So let us start from 0 position. So 0, note down the voltage, then 30, 60, note down the voltage, 90, can you observe voltage here, 120, then continue in steps of 30 for one complete rotation. Okay, at one instant or at one moment you obtain 0, because we are knowing that the graph we are going to plot for these three voltages, it will be sinusoidal waveform. So that's why we are getting certain positive values as well as negative values. Okay, so continue for this rotation, for one complete rotation up to this 0 you have to mark the voltages. So these voltages for what? Voltage across the stator terminal S1 and S2. Then what we have to do? We have to now measure voltage across this, that is S2 and S3. Again the procedure will be same. Rotate the pointer in steps of 30, then next 60, 90, note down this voltage carefully and continue for one complete rotation. Note down the readings on the voltmeter carefully up to this one complete rotation. Okay, similarly the same procedure we have to carry on for the voltage across the stator terminals of synchro transmitter S1 and S3. Again rotate this pointer in steps of 30. So 30, note down voltage here carefully, then 60, note down here, 90, 120, 150, 180, 210, so on up to 0. Okay, so in this way we have constructed first table noting the rotor position and stator terminal voltages. From this table you have to draw these characteristics on graph paper. Okay, let us move further for drawing these characteristics, that is input output characteristics. Let us see how we are going to draw these characteristics on the graph paper. Okay, for that the second part, it is study of synchronous transmitter and receiver pair. Okay, I will switch off this supply, remove these connecting probes. Okay, then what we have to do? We have to, as per the procedure mentioned in your manual, connect the main supply to the unit. Then again we switch on this supply, right? Then what we have to do? We are going to see that whether when we are having synchronous transmitter, whether this synchro transmitter it is followed by synchronous receiver, the rotation should be in synchronism with each other. Let us check it. So for that what we do? We connect these two terminals by the connecting wire as I am doing here. Okay, then switch on all these supply. Then what we do? For considering these readings you have to construct this table. Okay, what this table it is showing? It is showing angular position of rotor in degree, that is transmitter input and receiver output. Whatever this transmitter output, it is given as input to the receiver. Okay, so again I have to connect the remaining terminals by these wires, so that I can say the synchro transmitter output is given as input to the synchro receiver, and then we are seeing whether both are following each other or not. So for that let us read the steps given for the study of synchro transmitter and receiver pair. Connect main supply to the unit. Connect S1, S2, S3 terminals of the transmitter to S1, S2, S3 terminals of the synchronous receiver by patch cords. Okay, as we already have connected here. Then what? Next, switch on rotor supply of TX. Okay, I have switched on this and the TX and RX by making switches on. Switch on the main power supply, that already we have switched on. Then what? Next, move the pointer of rotor position of the synchro transmitter TX. Now we are going to moving this pointer of the synchro transmitter in steps of 30. Can you observe when I move this pointer at the same moment, at the right moment, this is also moving. This pointer on the synchro receiver side, it is also moving. Watch it carefully. So 30, then 60. Note down these degrees. You have to note down these readings in this table. That is the table for synchros, TX and RX rotor position, angular position of rotor in degree. So whenever it is 60 degree, you can note down this is similarly or exactly to the 60 degree. Okay. Then again rotate this pointer. See, it is following the rotation. Synchro receiver following the rotation of synchro transmitter. So note down these angular readings for a one complete rotation. Okay, and then plot the graph as shown here, right? Okay, so in this way we have studied synchro transmitter receiver pair. Thank you.